Me and my son aren't even allowed to talk or converse, or I'm not allowed to tell him who, what to vote for or anything. No, that's the rules. This has been allowed since this morning. Just so happens that I caught it, and I caught it at your table, and you're the supervisor of this building, and the other, your manager, happens to not be here today. This is electoral interference. Now, I already told him it was electoral interference. Can you stand up and do your job? No, you didn't send them away. I watched them. No, because when I went up and I heard they were NGOs, because they were translating for the people in the voting block as well. So when I heard he was translating, I said to him, because I didn't see any, what do you call that officer again?
Returning
Returning
officer.
officer. Returning officer. And anyway, so when he was told, I walked up and I said, this is electoral interference. Now, I already told him it was electoral interference. Can you stand up and do your job? I said, have you witnessed this since this morning, since the opening of this morning? He said, yes. This is electoral interference. Now, I already told him it was electoral interference. Can you stand up and do your job? I says, which table has had translators? The exact same table from the iPass. Yes, it's the same table for iPass. So, there has been translators allowed in this since early this morning, and you haven't, as a supervisor, said leave or whatever. Now, I told that man to leave. He left. Nobody else told him to leave this building. I told him to leave this building. Now, is there video cameras here? There's video. It would be for insurance reasons. It would be for insurance reasons.
What I did when I witnessed anybody translating, I sent them.
Well, I got a different story here this morning. Have you been at any table, or have you just been walking around, keeping an eye on? Yeah, you're not number one. You're the person who looked at me when I was at the second table when I was given out. Blonde hair, I've described you at home. Yes, my son witnessed this as well. My son witnessed this as well. So your table has allowed translators and this voting. No, Dara has informed me. No, Dara had informed me that this was allowed, and it was allowed at your table. Okay? So that's where you're sitting this morning. That's where you're sitting. No, they're not allowed in here in the voting block. They're not allowed in the voting block. You're not, look, listen, they've been voted, they've been coached twice. Nobody is allowed in here. I come in here, I have my ID. Me and my son aren't even allowed to talk or converse, or I'm not allowed to tell him who, what to vote for or anything. No, that's the rules. This has been allowed since this morning. Just so happens that I caught it, and I caught it at your table, and you're the supervisor of this building, and the other, your manager, happens to not be here today.
No, they don't have them yet.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
There's never one at this stage.
Well, the last one there was. The last one there was.
So there's presiding officer at each table.
Yeah, I know that. I know that. Right. So it's your table for the iPass.
For the city of
Yeah, for the iPass, yes. And there's been translators here this morning. Well, why didn't you get up off your seat when you heard me on the second one? You watched over. You did indeed. Well, you gave me a look, and then I walked up. Listen, I was 1 foot away from you, in front of you. No, there was nobody at your table when I was saying I would call the guards for electoral interference. Now, I'd like to take a statement from yourself, or a written statement about the carry-on that's been happening here this morning.
I can give you a number to get in touch with the office.
I'd like. You won't be giving a statement that you allowed iPass and translators here this morning. You are just after telling me that you had to tell translators to remove themselves from this building all morning at your table. No, you said it over here. You said it over here. He was translating. He was helping too much. So, and how many people would you estimate that came in that was translating? Okay, could I have your name and your number on your table? You have to give that to me. 473. Is this your card? Right, I need your number. I'd like to. No, I need your name. I need your name, just like Jared Kelly gave the name. I need your name.
Jared Kelly, if he wants to give his name, I don't give my name.
So you're refusing, and you've actually caught illegal activity in this building this morning. Yeah. Oh no, I've nothing to do with you.
Slow down.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with you. It's nothing to do. I haven't. Listen.
Don't put your hands on me.
Stop.
Don't put your hands.
You're in my personal space.
Excuse
Now
me.
you're in mine.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So, in any way,
You want to get violent, please?
you're not giving your name when by law you're supposed to give your name when there's.
I've given you the office number. They know the number of the table that they have there. They know who I am. You don't need.
No, that's the council. I need your presiding officer over here. You're the supervisor.
I'm not stupid.
So I need the other fella above you. So you've told me you have caught illegal activity here tomorrow. You've caught translators in the voting system, in the voting block. You told them to remove themselves
To not do that.
and to remove themselves.
You weren't in the building.
Right. So you seem to be backtracking at the moment. So you're not giving me your number, your name, your name. You're not. No, not your phone number, honey. I have.
You have to know who sits there.
I.
Okay.
And you're saying you didn't witness me telling the illegal activity.
No,
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
I know you're lying.
Right for you. I'm telling you I'm not.
You're
Come
lying.
back to work.
And may you not get into heaven for this. May you not get into heaven for this. Okay? May you not. And you won't ID yourself, but yet you're friends with Jen, who's the supervisor. Yeah, isn't it? Very interesting indeed, isn't it? You're very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. Well, I hate rough people, which you have made yourself out to be, saying you don't know anybody, and now you do know everybody. Interesting altogether.